Wow.
Make I come
This
up for
your
this one
video.
house. Make I do this one for this one
I'm
house. Make I
understanding.
open it up.
Hope
I
you are
am in
not
this
planning to
premises
go back
so
to
that he
Nemo.
can come back to his
All
senses.
this one we said you are
And I'm
in
glad he
wise one
was
house
able
to
to
reset
even
memory,
come and look for me
lemon
and cry.
brain.
I am in wise
Abeg
one's
go.
house
All
to
this
reset
thing
his
wey you
brain.
talk for this, if all this thing you are
That
saying
is
on
my
this
main reason
video,
for coming
that
here. I
your
don't have
mommy went
anything I'm
through
doing here.
your father's hand, that means
Because I
you
know
need
saying that
prayer.
this place go pain and pass.
You need prayer to tackle
Now
your
this place now
foundation,
go
Mary
pain and
Raheem.
pass.
All this thing you are doing on social, I don't think you need
So
it.
enough of
All
all
this
this
talk.
I
Go
know
and
if I
tackle
get
your
anything with yours,
foundation
I'm
with
not
prayer.
going
You
to come
really
outside
need
for
prayer.
social
If
media.
true,
It
your
won't be
mother went
online.
through this and you
If
too, you are
I have anything to
experienced
do
it.
with wise one.
That's a foundational.
So my
Don't let me
tears was
say
because
foundational. It's now
I was hurt that
foundational.
this
You
person,
need
he's
to use
seeing that
prayer to
he's wrong,
tackle
but he doesn't want to
your
admit it.
foundation, Mary Raheem. Go
And I
and
know that if
pray.
my mom was alive,
If your mother
they're not
experienced
born and
all
raised.
these bad holes
My
in a
mom is a
marriage,
very
and you too
strict
you
and
are
disciplined
experiencing
person.
it,
They're not
you
born
too
and
you are
raised.
going through it, my
And for those
sister.
that said,
You really need prayer to tackle your
don't I know that
foundation.
my parents are ashamed? My parents are not ashamed of me. God forbid. My parents are not ashamed of me. If you saw how my own mother fought for her own marriage, you won't blame me. Yes. You won't tell me, don't I know my parents? My parents are not ashamed of me. And my mother will never be ashamed or disgraced. So please, if you want to talk to me, you talk to me. Don't insult me. My mother is not ashamed. My father is not ashamed of me. Even the foster ones that took care of me, they are not ashamed of me. I know how much my mother fought for our marriage. I learned from my mom. She be me, my husband, no, they even beat me. My own mama, my papa, they beat her. My dad beat her, which is why I said there was a time I was doing video concerning that people were saying don't do this type of thing, don't talk about it. And even one of my auntie called me that why am I talking about my dad? If I tell you people the story of what happened to my mom, you'll be shedding tears for her because you've not met her. My mom is somebody that is crying inside. Before you know, the next 5 minutes she don't bath, clean her face, do her makeup, go outside. You will not know that she's crying. That is how strong my mother was. I was the one that used my hand to make sure my dad left our house because I could not take it anymore. When my mother was, I was very, very stubborn, and I don't take nonsense. But I'm glad that all those characters left me. So if I can calm down and try to fight for marriage, you guys should be wondering where I land, because I'm too young to. If it's another girl my age, she would have walked out and start clubbing and doing all sort of things. But I still decided to stay put. I decided to stay put. A lot of you should be asking where I learned this from to fight this hard for marriage when I'm still very young. I think that's a question a lot of you should be asking. Not pointing fingers at me and telling me, now you be the first person we go love, now you be the first person we go do this one. You don't know what my mother went through. And then I'm even surprised God is making me go through something similar. My mom will come down from bus going to meet my father and the useless woman he was dating in her shop. My mom will cause a tantrum, scatter everything. Now me go say control my mama, say, Mama, it's okay, let's go home. I know how much that woman suffered, because most time when I'm thinking of all these things, I remember what my mother was going through, and you say I should not cry. I will cry because it's painful for the fact that my mother experienced such and I'm still experiencing it. It's painful. When it's not that we are cursed in our family, it's painful. So if anybody's judging me, you judge right. Don't just feel you can just judge me. You're telling my mother is ashamed of me. She's not ashamed of me. No, my mother is not. I am glad I took her footsteps. I am glad I could fight for something. And the same way I'm fighting is the same way I can make my decision anytime to leave or stay. So don't ever feel my mother is ashamed. As long as I didn't cheat. My mother never cheated on my father, but my father always thought she cheated. That is how I am. I was the only one that knew that my mother never cheated. I know how disciplined she was. Different men came for my mother, even after the fact that they know she's married. But my mother never did. And which is the step that I took. I would never cheat on you. If I wanted to do it, I would have done it a long time ago. But I never did. That is how loyal my mother was, and that is how I am too. Loyal and independent. I have my own school. I'm trying to open school for Raheem's crutches so people can come and learn with me physical. I want to open my own school. which is what I'm working on. So please,